looking at Plautus, line 300, where they're making fun of Euclio. Quin, I treat it as interjective when it starts. In the 18th century, they'd say nay. I usually say why. Why? He clemets, he shouts, continuo, immediately, fidam divum in hominum. So he's in his faith of gods and men, or in his honours and trusts of the men and God, he shouts out immediately, if smoke, fumus, si qua, it's the usual thing that happens after si and nisi, they put quas and quids, etc. If smoke exodus foras, outside, de suo, from his tigulus. Tigulus is a diminutive, it's like a roof beam or something, so the smoke goes up around his roof and it must exit outside, so then he shouts out over this loss, and he quins again. Why? When it dormitum, this could be a verb of motion with a supine purpose, I'll treat it as that for such as now. When he goes off to sleep, he obstringets, he ties up a folem, a bag, obgulem. This is one of my most famous things I remember. People remember Cicero and Caesar. I always remember this bit here. Ob in these days means up against as a preposition, and so does propter. Otherwise you see ob meaning because of, and propter meaning because of, and for the sake of, that sort of thing. But when he goes off to sleep, he ties a bag up against his gullet, basically. And Anthrax says, cur, why? Nay quid, lest anything of his anima, of his soul or breath or something, if forte, by chance, he should lose it when he is present participling, when he is dormiens, when he's sleeping. Anthrax, with a question with nay. And we've got the full nay here, not just the n, which Plautus uses a lot. Even, does he even obturat the inferior gutturum? Does he stop up or block up the inferior? That would be the lower part of his throat. Lest anything of his enema, same as the line above, forte, he should emitat dormient, so while he's sleeping he should lose any of his breath. Does he block up his gullet, his throat? And we'll scroll a bit. Here's obturo, verb meaning to stop up, and it's declension in indicative and subjunctive, etc. Okay, hake, Pythia, or Strophilus as is another ones. To me, you, as tibi med equum est. Credo, so I believe it should be trusted equally, aequum, how I trust you and how you trust me, because they're telling each other stories. You should believe me and I'll believe you. Anthrax, immo, again, you're just making something more precise, so rather, equidem, another usually first person, something's coming up. Credo, I do believe you, or rather I do believe you might want to say. Pythis, but skin, here's another question with nay, as Plautus he just puts n usually. He put na up in the one we just saw. But do you know, yam quomodo, I might have to butcher this a bit, but do you even know, usually means how or something, but do you want to know it? Do you want to know something? You might want to translate that as Plorat. By Hercules, water, when he lavets, when he washes himself, he doesn't want to lose water when he washes himself, as what he plorats about it. He's deploring that he's going to lose water. Anthrax again. Plorat can mean deplore, can mean he's weeping about it. Another question, sensei, looks like a imperative. Do you think, pote, in other translations I think it's expanded into, do you think it's able for him to exore, do you think it's able to ask for a great talent? I think that's a whole talent. I know some of the coins, Roman coins, I got these to cut them in half, and etc. So it looks like you think you'd ask a whole talent or a whole amount from this old man, istok sene. These pronouns have got CEs on them, a lot of them. From this old man, do you think we should beg and that he would give it, debt, so that we could be free men? Looks like a quay there. Pythias says, by Hercules, utendam famam. So if you're asking, see Rogus, if you're asking for the use of a famine, he would never even give it. So obviously famine's when you got nothing. This is how stingy he is, you wouldn't get it. Another Quinn, we'll use that as an interjection. Why? If predam tipsy. It's split by all these parsings up there that they do for poetry. The tonsor, so that's someone who gives haircuts. Predam recently. He demonstrated, he took away some fingernails, so I guess he clipped his hair and took away the nail clippings. He collected them, and he abstuhl took away with all of the segments, segmine, or the bits that were cut off, so it's like 10 fingernail clippings or whatever. Still making fun of Euclio for being a pauper. Idpol, by Pollux. Pray Dick, as you're speaking of this mortal, this man, he's parcum parque. He's the most sparing or thrifty of the thrifty, or stingy, you might want to say. Another sense then. Do you think, Vero usually means but, you can say truthfully, do you think truthfully that Vivere, he lives, so thrift parcum and misery, so wretchedly and thriftily? Pythias, again, predam a few days ago or recently, a milus, some type of bird. He ripawaited away ei from him a pulmentum. It's a small piece of a morsel of something you eat. The homo, the man, devenated to the praetor. The man went to the praetor de plorendibus. Plorendibus. He was sobbing or weeping. He went off to the praetor, so the story goes. Ibi, there, the magistrate, the praetor, he infided. He began to speak, demanding, imploring, euling, howling, that liquoret sibi, that should be allowed for him, Vedaria. This is the old-fashioned way of passive infinitiving things, that the millum, this kite, this bird, should be made to appear. I think Vadia something to do with the bail or something, but he should be able to sue this bird that stole his pulmentum up there. Scanta, many hundreds of things there are which I could memoriam, which I can remember. If there was otium for this, if there was free time, I could record all these things. But uta, which of the two vestrorum of you is celoria? Celoria est, is quicker. Memora me, remind me. Anthrax, I. Melior, molto. I'm better by much. Molto. So he's much quicker. Pythias. Ego, a coquam. I'm asking for. I rogo for a cook, not a fur. I'm asking for a cook, not a thief. Anthrax. Coquam ergo dice. Yeah, therefore then I'm talking about being a cook. And what do you say, Pythias says? And Congreus says, Sic sum at vides. I am thus as you see me. Anthrax. He's a coquus, a cook. Illy. Nundialist. At the end of the week or something. Because it takes him a week. Solid. He's accustomed. Eerie cookdom. So he's accustomed to go off to cook things, but it'll take a week. Something like that. And we'll do a few more lines. Tune. It's basically saying you. You are a homo trium litterum. You're a man of three letters. I guess he's not that educated. He's an idiot or barely educated. Are you vituperating me? Are you insulting me? You fur, you thief. Et yam fur trifur. Trifurcifer. So you're also a thief, or more precisely, you want to say it'd be something like you are the thief. You're a triple thief. So he accused him of being a man who only knows three letters or something, and so he's using the three back, saying you're three times a thief. Take in the next act, or might be Act 2, Scene 5, whatever it is there. Nunc yam, and nunc yam usually mean right now. Take to you, and use the agnum, which is a lamb that is pingoria. It's a comparative. Use the fatter lamb. Cape, take it and Abby and go. Intro ad nos. Go inside to nos, our people, something like that. Licit, probably call that okay, yes. Pythias, Q congrio. Assume hung. Take this up and Ibo and go inside Illo over there. And you people, plural, sequamini, that'd be an imperative for a deponent, and follow Ilum, him. So he's going over there and I want you to follow him. You Keterai, the rest of you, It, Hic to Nus. So he's divided up the helpers. Some are going to Eucleo's house, some are going to Megalodorus' house. Congrio, by Hercules, in Uria, unjustly you have dispertivisted. You have divided us up. Uria comes from the law, so it's a not just amount. So you must have divided them strangely or something. The Pingorium agnum isti habent. So those people have got the fatter lamb. Pythias says, okay, but now to you will be given Tibidabita, the Pingui or Tibicina, the fatter flute girl. And we'll call that a day.